Welcome
to the Cosmic Kickback.
Super exciting episode. This is what it's all been leading up to.
We're here!
DC FanDome happened.
It's time.
On Saturday.
Let's go.
We got a lot to talk
Nick.
about. I don't want to just scream.
Okay, you're right. It's kind of late.
No, not that. Just the audio.
All right, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. We got to hype. We got to get hype for this. So, welcome. If you've never been here before, this is a podcast my friend Nick and I created to talk about our shared love for movies and film, and also some random shit every now and then. Yeah. You know, fun stories, funny stories, advice. You know, we do everything here. But we've been recently going back to our roots of reviewing movies, talking about movies, news, and all that. And what better place to just round it off with than DC FanDome. If you're listening, I would highly recommend watching this one on YouTube because we got some really stupid outfits on right now, especially me. You can't really see Nick's too well. I mean, if you're looking, I'm not even going to tell you what we're wearing. I'm just going to say it's inspired from a DC certain character. Yeah, so let's just hop right into it. We will be discussing everything that was, I guess, of importance. A couple of things we probably won't touch on, like the comic stuff. Just because Nick and I they didn't reveal too much, honestly. Yeah. Comic-wise, and plus, the only thing they really did was Sandman, and we don't really care too much about that. But everything else, we pretty much will touch on, a lot of the movie stuff mostly. We'll put timestamps in the description if you want to jump to a certain thing, like the Batman or Snyder Cut, because we're probably going to talk a little bit in length on the major ones. Yeah. So if you want to jump right to something you care about, check the timestamps in the description, and let's just jump right into it. Nick, what do you want to start off with? You want to go in order of like the fandom event, or do you want to? What do you want to do? Let's
just do our own thing.
Do our own thing. Okay.
I want to talk about the cheetah reveal for the Wonder Woman 84 trailer.
Okay. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think of the look?
I thought it was pretty cool. It seems like throughout the movie she's gonna get more and more like becoming like cheetah, I guess. Because like there's one fight scene where she's literally just like dressed like a cheetah, and then I guess near the end she actually straight up is just a cheetah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be more like a. Like you said, throughout the movie, it'll be because we've seen. I can't think off the top of my head, but we've seen movies like that where they start off and they get a little bit of power and then they kind of keep going back for more. I'm guessing that's going to be the case here. Actually, it's very similar. Did you remember the Incredible Hulk that came out in 2008 around the time Iron Man came out? Yeah. The one with Edward Norton.
I like that one.
That one, the Abomination. He starts off. He gets a little bit of the super soldier serum, and he's just the human still. And then he.
Doesn't he get like thrown into a tree? Yeah, and his body's just fucking like.
Yeah, and he's like screwed, and then he gets a little bit more. He heals, and then he wants even more and more, and becomes the Abomination. So I'm guessing it's going to be a similar situation here with Cheetah. She's going to probably get some speed, you know, what she wants to be an apex predator, and then at the end she'll become Cheetah.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool too in the trailer. You see Wonder Woman like using her lasso more. She's like dodging bullets. And then she's like using lightning like strikes to just like.
There was one point where she was spinning it so fast that it was like blocking bullets. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, I don't have too much to say on this. I like the trailer, but they didn't reveal too much, which I'm glad. I don't want to like.
Yeah.
We already got a trailer beforehand. This one was kind of just, I guess, an extra hype. This movie would have been out by now, right?
Yeah. Now it says it's slated for an October 2nd. Release of this year.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't not hear that.
So like in a couple months.
Hopefully, I honestly don't know what's going on with the virus anymore. Let's not even touch on that. I don't want these bad vibes on the DC event.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah. So let's see. Anything else happened there? What do you think of?
What else? Oh, I really like Pedro Pascal. I think they cast him really.
Maxwell Lord.
Yeah.
Good casting. I like that too. It's actually pretty funny. He's like he looks like really just like the character, like a businessman of like his little hair.
Yeah,
you know,
he's like fucking grinning.
So we talked a little bit about this when we did our Wonder Woman review, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be some magic stuff. I'm guessing Maxwell Lord gets some type of magical artifact.
Yeah,
and he's gonna give Cheetah her powers, and I think he's also going to bring back Steve Trevor.
It's probably something from like Themyscira, because there's also like flashback scenes when she's a kid, so maybe
it'll probably like introduce the artifact in flashback, so we become aware of it. Wow, we just
solved it, bro.
I guarantee you that's what happens now that we mention it. I would put money that happens.
Lit.
Nice. You got anything else for that movie? You want to hop on?
I just hope it comes out when it's supposed to come out.
Yeah, I do too. Man.
I don't know if it's gonna be on streaming service or in theaters, but
they in their panel they talked a little bit together. I think there was Linda Carter pulled up the original Wonder Woman, and I watched the actual panel before they released the trailer, and Linda Carter actually pulled. They were taking some questions from fans, and they were like, "We got a special fan," and then Linda Carter was like, did the Wonder Woman thing, and they were like, they got hyped.
Ayo!
Yeah. She got the glizzy. So.
All right, moving on then. Wonder Woman, excited for it. Hope it comes out on time.
Very good.
I want to bring up something big. So let's talk about the new Warner Bros. Game Montreal.
Oh,
the
Gotham
new game.
Knights.
Yeah, so this is totally different. I actually just finished watching the gameplay. They gave us a cinematic and some gameplay, which I think is honestly pretty surprising. Usually they just give us a cinematic to hold us over.
I was surprised they did that as well.
But yeah, it's called Gotham Knights. It's been revealed with after years of teasers. You said they hadn't released a game since 2015.
2015, and that was RockSteady. Montreal hasn't released one since 13 or 14 because they did Arkham Origins, the prequel that takes place before Arkham Asylum. Yeah.
So in this game, from the cinematic trailer, recommend you guys watch it. Apparently Batman's dead. Yes. And you're going to be playing as Robin, Batgirl, Nightwing, and Red Hood.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's going to be a totally different game. The what's it called? Their costumes, their designs, a lot more comic booky.
A lot more color in this. Yeah. Than the other.
I think Batgirl's costume looks really good.
Yeah, I love it.
It's the old school purple yellow.
I like the purple and yellow instead of just black and yellow. I love how they're getting that purple vibe.
Yeah, the black and yellow one's pretty cool.
I like it too, but I really love the purple one. One thing I will... So, Arkham Knight, in case you have not played that game, I'll just get a spoiler warning for the next 5 seconds. At the end of that, Batman dies. He's presumed dead. People think he faked his death, but whatever. But, so a lot of people were thinking right away that this was actually a continuation off the end of that one. I don't think it is. They didn't... confirm or deny that, but speculating, I'm guessing Gotham Knight is its own thing, its own universe. It's kind of it's odd to me in a way that they would kind of, because this is such an easy place to pick off from. It's literally how Arkham Knight ended. You know, this exactly how it ended. So it would make sense that this would happen, but I'm guessing they just kind of. My best guess is they don't want to be held down from a lot of the continuity stuff in the Arkham universe, because they've done a lot of stuff. They've killed off some characters, the Joker's dead. That's a big one. Yeah. A lot of stuff like that. You know, there's also been tie-in comics, and there's a movie called Assault on Arkham, which, spoiler alert, King Shark dies in, which is... Oh yeah, I was actually gonna watch it. Which was pretty cool. Is actually we'll get back in that when we talk about the other game that RockSteady announced. But for this one. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be connected, mostly because I don't know, Batgirl's up and about, and in the other one we last saw, she was Oracle. Yeah, she's in a wheelchair. Yeah, and then even in the prequel game, you see her Joker when he shoots her. And shit. But when what's interesting though is I didn't notice this when I first saw the trailer. When you see her watching Bruce Wayne's left message, there's a wheelchair off to the side. Mm-hmm. So I don't think she would just be having a wheelchair for no reason. I think this is post her injury. So she rehabilitated? Yeah, in the New 52 of the current comics and stuff like that, she's actually has been able to come back from her injury. In the original continuity, she was not. She's our Oracle, but recently she has been able to rehabilitate enough to become Batgirl again. So I'm guessing it technically could, I guess, if they wanted to, have this take place in the Arkhamverse, but I don't think they are. I think this is too colorful, looks a bit too different. On top of that, they also confirmed that the Justice League is in this universe, which we've never we have never gotten too much from the Justice League in terms of Easter eggs in the other Arkham games. And the way we know the Justice League exists in this one is in the gameplay you can see Robin, he can teleport and he can turn invisible, and they revealed after the trailer when they were taking questions that the reason why he's able to teleport and do all those things is because he uses a Justice League of America satellite. So that confirms their existence in this universe. But I'm kind of glad also. I hope it's confirmed it's another universe, because that's just if you get a brand new slate, you can do whatever you want with it. Yeah. What do you think of the Court of Owls? It seems like they're going to be I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be they pull up at the end and then Batman's oh shit, I'm not actually dead. I was just trying to get them to come out. That's what I was going to say. Or what do you think? Or you play as Batman at the beginning and then he dies in middle of the game. That could happen too.
I don't know.
It looks like this is gonna be.
I just really would want to see Batman fight them though.
What do you? Okay, this is what I think. What do you think the likelihood is? Give me a percentage of Batman appearing later on. Like maybe he's not really dead. Maybe he's been in the Court of Owls. They have all those like frozen coffins. People they have eliminated, and maybe they're still alive. They're being held. Maybe he's brainwashed. What do you think the chances are of that happening? Because it is a possibility.
50-50.
I think it's more like 80-20. I think it's going to happen. I'm putting that out there right now. I'm pretty confident that they're not going to kill Batman right away in a completely brand new universe where they can do their own thing. It's a good idea because I do think we've had so much Batman in the recent games. It's nice to get him out of the thing. But I do think eventually, near the end of the game, I'm predicting he might still be alive. It might be a fake out. But which I'm fine with, because like
I hope so.
He's still
this
in
whole
it.
Game seems pretty refreshing.
And another thing is what's cool, but a lot of people are kind of back and forth with this. From what I've seen, it looks like this game is going to be a multiplayer game you can play with your friends. So you can. It looks like you can play co-op. We see a little in the gameplay. Someone's playing as Batgirl, and it says Robin has joined, and someone's playing as Robin. Yeah. So Nick, if you and I both got the PlayStation 5, we can both play together. It kind of reminds me of Destiny, the way Destiny works.
Yeah.
A little bit like that, but in like I guess, DC's way.
Yeah, a more like flexible way.
Yeah, so...
That's cool. I'm also thinking like you can switch characters whenever you want.
I'm best guess you can... If you want to play single player like the other games, you probably still can. There's no way they would just X that out. They'll probably just let like a comm or a bot play with you, and then you could switch at any time, which they actually did do in Arkham Knight for a few missions. There's a couple missions.
You're playing as Robin and yeah,
you and Batman. So
they have done it before.
So this one is I'm pretty excited for it. I'm glad it's coming out in 2021, so about a year from now.
Yeah,
I'm guessing it'll probably be like holiday 2021. It probably won't be early. I'm guessing, so probably got about November, a year.
December.
Yeah, I'd hope actually it could be a summer game because Arkham Knight came out during the summer. We'll see. Yeah. But what else happens in that? Is anything else? What do you think? What villains do you think are going to be in it, Nick? We see Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, probably. I hope it's all the like villains Batman that's like fought before, but I just want to see like how the team's going to take them on the Gotham Knights.
One thing,
pretty cool.
Yeah, one thing one of the developers said during his panel is he's like, "Oh, this gameplay is from Mr. Freeze's like level, or Mr. Freeze is not level, like his part of the game." So that makes me believe that he's not going to be the main villain. Obviously, I don't think they would reveal the main villain. I think it could be the Court of Owls, but they also did say in their panel, they said, "Oh, in case you everyone's been wanting the Court of Owls, but don't worry if you think this is going to be the main villain." He's like, "I will say we have big surprises coming. He's like, it's more than just the Court of Owls." He's like, "You'll see." Which is pretty intriguing. As long as they don't make Joker the main villain, because he was the main villain in like pretty much all of the Arkham games. I like Joker. I wouldn't mind if maybe he had like a little side mission, like a small thing, and maybe you play as like the other characters like Batgirl or them to do it. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to be the main character or the main villain. I would love a who have we not seen? We've seen a little bit of Penguin, but main villain, I don't know. Who have we not seen? Like that's a main villain in Batman, like a big name.
We've seen Clayface, Joker, Riddler.
They did.
Ra's al Ghul.
They did do a lot.
Two-Face.
They pretty much got all the big ones out of the way. I wouldn't mind seeing Hush.
I was gonna say
that's a big. He does make an appearance in the end in a very side mission in Arkham City, and then a very disappointing mission in Arkham Knight. I was hoping he would be a bigger threat in Arkham Knight, like a more of a main person, but he has a very short mission where you literally beat him by pressing one button. Yeah. So, but yeah, what.
I'm excited for the side missions too.
Mm-hmm. I really want to see
Arkham City had like some of the coolest side missions. Like you can literally just go into a building and then it's like, oh shit, Mad Hatter mission. Mm-hmm. You just start hallucinating or whatever.
Oh yeah, the Mad Hatter was a surprise for that game. I remember playing Arkham City, and there's a mission where you pull up and there's like a gift box or something, and then you'd get like knocked out and the Mad Hatter pulls up. That was a big surprise for me.
I hope that it has like random missions that disappear, or like even Man-Bat. Like you would literally just grapple up to a building and he would just scream at you.
When that happened, dude, I got jump scared playing that.
Yeah, me too.
Let's see what else. What else could we see? I wouldn't mind seeing one character that's, I guess, sounds goofy, but if they did it right, like if they did Calendar Man correctly, because he appears in Arkham City. You can kind of go talk to him, and if you go on like certain days of the year, like if you go talk to him on Halloween, he'll say a certain phrase that can only be accessed on that special date. So I'd love to see a Calendar Man thing.
Interesting.
Who knows? We got a lot of different characters you can do.
Could be a team up too against like the Gotham.
Ooh, that's true.
That'd be pretty cool.
I'm hoping, and it seems like this is what we're gonna get. I'm hoping, since Batman's dead, I'm guessing a lot of villains are gonna be like, "Oh hell yeah, bro! Like this dude gone. Like let's make our move." So I'm hoping we see a lot of villains in more of a, like, how we see Mr. Freeze in some capacity like that. I'm hoping there's multiple villains that have multiple arcs like that, where you go and fight them. Like maybe we'll get a Two-Face one, maybe we'll get a Harley Quinn one, maybe we'll get a Firefly, Calendar Man, bro. Condiment King? Have you heard of it? Condiment King is a character where he shoots mustard and ketchup out of some blasters.
Shit, that's not a Kids Next Door villain.
We'll get a Glizzy reference. Do you want the Glizzy, Robin?
Condiment King.
He shoots mustard.
It could be anybody.
That'd be. I wouldn't mind seeing Condiment King. Like I like the really wacky villains. Maybe a Polka Dot Man.
Oh yeah.
We're getting him in another thing that was revealed.
That'd be a good segue.
It would be a good segue. You got anything else to say to Gotham Knights, or?
I'm so excited for it.
I am as well.
It's gonna come out with like all the consoles though, so we can either get Xbox or PS5.
Yeah.
It's not like an exclusive.
I'm leaning PS5 at right now, but I haven't really seen much from Xbox. They haven't really shown too much still.
Been sleep.
Why are they sleep? It's August. It's gonna come out within 2 months from now. We're late August too. September is like a week or two away. All these consoles always come out during November.
Yeah.
Do they still have a revealed price? But someone needs to do research. Back in like 2013 or 14 when the other ones came out, did they already have the prices and stuff announced by now? I'm sure they did. Like we're less than 2 months out. They must have.
They're just hurting their chances of me getting one.
They really are. At the point, I'm currently on PS5 for the moment. That's mostly because I like it seems like PlayStation's getting all the games, and then on top of that, they have better exclusives. Like I want to play Miles Morales, Spider-Man. I want to play God of War.
Yeah.
But anyway, speaking of Polka Dot Man earlier, let's hop into the.
So we got the Suicide Squad.
James Gunn's.
I guess the soft reboot job. Yeah, James Gunn's. We got the full cast reveal.
I'm so happy.
We got like a behind the scenes look.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, there's a lot of people actually. I actually have the whole cast list right here.
Do you want to read the cast list out, and I'll give us some like a sentence or two for someone.
All right, we got Idris Elba as Bloodsport. He's not playing Deadshot. And
he's not playing Bronze Tiger. Some people thought it might be Bronze Tiger. This character is a character in the comics which actually killed Superman. He shot him with a kryptonite bullet. It's probably what he's most well known for. I love the costume. I love his mask. It's kind of got like a skull at the bottom half of it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I like that casting. I'm excited to see him.
Surprisingly, Margot Robbie is Harley Quinn.
Bro, the costume is
I like
amazing.
her costume a lot. She looks really cool.
I'll get more into it when we talk about it, but A1. It's so good.
John Cena as Peacemaker.
I love that. I love his costume.
Pretty much everyone said like he's like a violent like Captain America.
It's like a deep cut comic book character. If you look up him in the comics from like whenever that was, like 70s, 60s, and even earlier, and it's cool. Like he has straight out of the comic costume. Even though it looks stupid, he still has it. Oh, yeah. I love that James Gunn went for these comic accurate costumes.
Viola Davis is Amanda Waller.
Is she back?
Captain Boomerang.
The face of God.
Is back.
Oh, I'm glad Boomerang. Dude, he played a good Captain Boomerang. I'm glad he's back.
Joel Kinnaman is coming back as Rick Flag, who looks totally different, actually.
He's a new fit.
Well, because apparently this is taking place in like the 70s, right?
I don't think it is. I think
they just described it as like a 70s.
I think it's kind of like they're saying it has like the vibe of a 70s war film. I don't think it's taking place.
It looks like it takes place on like an island, and they just like.
It reminds me of like Vietnam vibes.
Yeah.
Damn, the podcast dog just dipped. I was looking at some people. Hang on, the dog let us shake. This might pick up on the. Dude, he's been half shaking for a while. What is he doing?
He's scratching his ear.
Oh, he's scratching. Okay. Oh, there it is. Heard that shake.
David Dastmalchian as Polka Dot Man. He was in he played Scarecrow in the Nolan Batman films. I don't know if you remember him.
No, he didn't. That's a different actor. The one that plays Polka Dot Man is he was in Ant-Man. He played the guy with the sideburns, like one of his like when they are like making their heist. He has like the Russian accent or whatever. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, he was in The Dark Knight, but he played somebody else.
Yeah, he played the silent guy in The Dark Knight, where he's like, he's like talk, and then someone goes up like Harvey Dent. He's just like, oh, he's like a mental like person, or if he can't talk, he's mute or something like that. That's who he played. But no, yeah, he's a great actor actually. Like he's,
I like that casting.
This dog is shaking. Like you gotta give him a bath, bro. Dude, oh my god, he's like moaning while he scratches his ear. Jeez, bro.
Bro, what? He's just being a dog.
Dude, my dog does not scratch this much. Dude, he's been going at it for like a minute.
Well, he does have an ear infection. So.
Oh, yeah, that's probably... You probably shouldn't let him hurt his ear then, bro. Dude, tell him to lay down.
You good? Chill, bro.
Alright, the dog is done tweaking.
Okay, Ratcatcher is played by Daniela Melchior.
Yes!
That looked pretty cool.
Dude, I'm so hyped. It's Ratcatcher 2. If you know
so I guess like that's...
It's probably a daughter of the original Ratcatcher.
Yeah. Steve Agee is playing King Shark.
Oh, yeah. Who's the... Someone's
by
doing...
motion capture.
Motion capture. And then who's doing the voice of King Shark? Have they revealed that?
Would it be the guy who's...
It's not. I looked it up. I don't remember the name, but it's a different voice. It's kind of like... You know, in Guardians, Rocket Raccoon, Sean Gunn, James Gunn's brother, did the motion capture, and then Bradley Cooper did the voice.
Oh, I'm not sure who's doing the voice.
Someone else is doing it. I don't know who, but I will say Taika Waititi's in this movie. I don't know who he's... I don't want to... Yeah, he is. His name pops up at the very last on the roll call. You know, a lot of them shot up, a lot of names. So is Jennifer Holland, James Gunn's longtime girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, she's playing Amelia Harcourt.
Mm-hmm. Probably, that's just like a... kind of like a...
I really hope... Actually, let me finish this list. Let me tell you what I hope happens in the movie. Sean Gunn plays Weasel. Also motion capture.
Hype for that.
Looks so fucking weird. Flua Borg is playing Javelin.
Yes.
Nathan Fillion's playing TDK.
Let's go.
Peter Capaldi's playing the Thinker.
Yeah.
Pete Davidson's playing Blackguard.
Mm-hmm.
Alice Bragg as Sol Soria. Mailing Ng as Mongol.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Rooker. I thought he was going to play King Shark, but he's playing Savant.
Curveball.
Yeah, that is a curveball. Storm Reed as Tyla, who is Bloodsport's daughter. Mm-hmm. And then Jennifer Holland, we talked about her. And then Juan Diego Bota is playing Luna.
Yes.
So that's a lot of people. That's like more than like 15 people.
So what I'm hyped for, is probably a lot of these people are probably going to end up dying.
Yeah, I hope so.
Like, I do think James Gunn said don't get too attached to these characters as Nick lets the dog out because he's been tweaking in here. But yeah, I imagine that.
I hope it's like some X-Force thing where like they get in the island, 3 of them die immediately, and it's like holy shit, and then like they split up.
I'm guessing, right now I'm guessing there's probably gonna be like Javelin's probably gonna die sometime throughout. I don't know when, but he's probably gonna die. I'm guessing Pete Davidson's character. Blackguard.
He's too goofy.
He's probably gonna die. I feel like John Cena's gonna make it about halfway through. We might see him die near the end, maybe heroic type death. I could see him dying.
Like some stupid ass.
Characters I do not want to die, just because I would love to see them in future things. Obviously, they're not killing Harley Quinn. She's gonna make it out. I hope Polka Dot Man survives. I want to see. I haven't even seen none of him, but the character, bro. It's such a deep cut, and like I'm amazed that he's in a movie. If you would have told me like when I was watching The Dark Knight, if you would have told me after I watched The Dark Knight that they're gonna do the Polka Dot Man in a future DC movie, I would tell you like hell no, there's no way. But yeah, I don't know. I imagine a good amount of them are gonna die, which it makes sense. Suicide Squad. That's how it works. I'm excited though. I hope we don't get any character like Slipknot from the first one, where he literally has like 2 lines.
The man who can climb anything.
And then he dies. I'm cool with them dying like pretty soon, like you said. I just don't want them to have no lines and then die.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. There's just a lot of people.
Well, okay, so we'll talk about the behind the scenes little type of trailer they showed.
Oh yeah.
So they showed a little footage of James Gunn talking about the film. Some of the actors were talking about stuff going on in it. Yeah, and that's when they said it's like a 1970s war film, but with a James Gunn twist. I don't think it takes place in the 70s. The only way, I don't think they would reveal something that big in an offhand comment. I feel like that'd be something you might want to save for like a late game trailer or a twist in the movie. Like maybe there's like time travel involved. Like that'd be a pretty comic booky thing to do. Like, oh, you got to go back to the 70s and like stop this from happening. You know?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be a big comic book thing. But I don't think they would just reveal it like the way they did. Like it was just an offhand comment. It wasn't like, you know, I feel like if that happened, he would specify like 100%, be like, yeah, yes, this is taking place in the 70s. You know, you would say it like that.
Yeah.
But I'm still very excited for this. I can't wait till we see our first like real trailer at this.
It's gonna be so good.
Dude,
there's gonna be a good ass soundtrack for this.
I'm so excited for. I think this movie's gonna be what I wish the other Suicide Squad was. And I want to talk about Harley Quinn's costume, bro.
Sean Gunn.
You
His
see
little
him?
fucking like face thing is just fucking rad.
Oh, the Weasel? Dude.
What the fuck does he do?
Dude, Weasel's like I'm so surprised he picked Weasel. Weasel's like he's literally just like a rat type creature. Like a weasel. He's kind of like, I guess, imagine, you know how what's a good comparison for him?
Man-Bat?
I was gonna say that, but like he has no wings. Like he's literally just like a fucking weird ass creature. Like imagine, you know, like the lizard in Marvel, how he's just like a guy that turns into a lizard. This is kind of like a weasel, but except I don't think he turns back.
Just a fucking.
He's just a weasel.
Is he smart? No,
he's just a weasel. I think there's two different characters.
I was already thinking like there's gonna be some funny ass scenes where he's just doing like some weird shit. He's like,
yeah.
It's just like
he's probably gonna try to lick someone, bro.
Yeah.
I love we get one scene of how
he
looks in the movie. He's in like a jail cell and he like licks his he looks so fucking weird, bro. I'm really hyped to see that. But Nick, the Harley Quinn costume
looks really good.
Dude.
I like how they did something totally different. They could have easily just like picked your costume that's like super popular and like just redone it.
Dude, this one
I think all the people they brought back look totally different. And Captain Boomerang's like,
we didn't see too much of him in the behind the scenes. We only really saw him in the roll call thing where they show a picture of them.
Oh yeah.
Like was Captain Boomerang? Did we see him at all? Oh, we see one thing of him. He throws a boomerang and it looks like it's lit up though.
Oh yeah.
Like it's bluish.
Yeah.
It's got LEDs on it, which will probably. They're not gonna. It's just for like reference, probably. They're probably gonna add some CGI VFX on that. I'm guessing special boomerangs.
I don't know, maybe they're like telepathic.
Ooh, like we saw in the other reveal. Remember that?
Yeah.
That's very possible.
I was thinking like, am I confusing it? But that might be it.
We'll see. It could be that. It could be he has so many boomerang. He's pretty much like how what's his name? The Arrow dude in Avengers. What's his name?
Hawkeye.
I feel bad for forgetting.
Dude, that's how much we've been watching DC.
He's pretty much like Hawkeye, except he's a bad guy and he has boomerangs instead of arrows. So I'm hyped for that. But dude, no, the Harley Quinn suit, like her main costume, not the one where she's like. There's two costumes we've seen so far. One of her in a red dress, and then one of her in a very New 52 looking black and red dress, and she's got the black and red hair.
Mm-hmm.
Which, dude, I'm so excited that we're getting a look like this. We've had the pink and the blue Harley Quinn from the first one, which is more modern with like the booty shorts and shit like that. Yeah. Then we saw Birds of Prey, which they kind of just did their own spin on it, gave her some like kind of flashy, like glamour looking looks. But dude, this one I'm so hyped, bro, because doesn't it look like Arkham City Harley Quinn, like the way she looks with like her black and red, and then even Injustice 2, the way she has like that, dude, it looks so good, bro. I'm so excited for it.
But it looks more like her own thing.
I'm really really hyped for that. Yeah, dude, this movie, when I think I was most excited going into the Phantom event to see what the Suicide Squad was going to show. I was so hyped because we knew nothing.
Yeah. Coming
out of it though, there was another movie trailer that was released later on that has me even more excited.
See that for the end.
Yeah,
oh wait, you talking about the Snyder Cut?
I'm talking about the Batman. Yeah.
You want to talk about that? You want to talk about the Snyder Cut?
We can save it for the end. I feel like I got a lot to say about that. Anything else you want to add on before we move on?
Dude, I just want to see it.
Dude,
Fuck.
It comes out next year. Actually, about we have less than a year left. It comes out August 6th, 2021, I believe. So we gotta. It's more like what?
I want to see like all these like. I want to see these dudes die. It'd be funny as fuck. Like Pete Davidson just walks on a mine. He's like, oh, and it just blows up.
We'll probably get at least one stupid death, like someone just dies.
And Peacekeeper's like, oh fuck. I know Polka Dot Man's gonna. You can even see in the trailer that like Keith throws like a bunch of polka dots.
Yes.
Doesn't it just do whatever?
Yeah, they
can throw a polka dot and it'll like kill you.
You can pretty much do whatever.
Damn, OP.
He is OP.
He's gonna be like the. He's gonna save.
When do you think we'll get our first trailer for this? Like real trailer.
Maybe January.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. I hope we get it. I really want one like now.
Wait.
They usually give us the first trailer about 6 months, 7 months out, so in January would make sense.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we maybe get like, if we're lucky, we might get it December. If we're lucky.
Let's see.
Maybe
give us an early Christmas present.
That'd be a good Christmas present. What came out next, Nick? What we'll be talking about?
This is just a little thing I don't know. Like in the comics, there's a Static Shock movie in development, which I actually think is pretty cool. I think Static Shock is really cool.
They had a little panel talking about that. Yeah, that's pretty exciting.
And they're gonna do like a revival of the comic as well, which I think was pretty cool. And it's gonna be like all digital, and it's gonna be released in February of next year.
Yeah, dude. Did you ever watch the cartoon as a kid?
I saw a couple episodes and I was like, oh shit, that's actually pretty cool. Like, I thought his powers and all that were pretty.
It was really cool, bro. There's even an episode I think where Batman's in one of the episodes.
Really?
Yeah. I never knew as a kid that this was connected to like Batman or like it was in the same universe until I was older. I was like, oh shit, that thing I used to watch was in DC.
I used to thought he was Marvel.
Really? I used to think he was just kind of like a TV show they kind of made like a one-off like.
Yeah. Like, I was like, oh, just like a Nickelodeon hero.
Yeah, something like that. Like how something like that.
So yeah, coming from that, we have the Snyder Cut. We got a teaser trailer, which I think looks really good.
Yes, dude.
And then I guess you could say like a mini series reveal, because
he said that it's gonna be 4 episodes. Each one's gonna be an hour long.
Yeah.
And then he said afterwards he's gonna get a cut where all of them are together and like
you can watch it as a series. That's probably what they should have done for The Irishman. But I think this movie's gonna be 4 hours. Yes. If he's saying it's like an hour per episode, it's
probably smart to do it like that. Like I would easily watch a 4-hour cut, but the general public, I'm sure there's people that are like gonna want to pause or like, okay, let's finish this tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So I guess it makes sense.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. But I'm glad he's doing both because he did say he's gonna do the 4 episodes and then he's gonna have.
Because he knows people have been waiting for it, so we're just gonna straight up binge it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be all over that.
Yeah, as soon as we saw that, I turned to Josh. I'm like, oh, like all the shit we talked about that could have been in the Snyder Cut is pretty much in it.
Yeah, we literally talked on the Justice League review. I said there was a deleted scene of the Flash saving Iris, his like girl.
They show it.
They show
like
see the
20
scene,
seconds.
Little quick scene of it. So it exists. Like I said.
Yeah.
One thing that's cool. There's a scene in the trailer where we see the Flash and it looks like he's in the Speed Force.
Mm-hmm. He's like in that giant storm.
He's like looking around and he's kind of like in between worlds or like some time warping thing.
Yeah. That's
really cool. I don't know how what the fuck was Joss Whedon thinking? He's like, let's just cut this cool shit out where we get some Flash going into the multiverse.
I think he was low-key thinking like, I just need to trash this film so like Avengers can be better. It's like, I'm not fucking myself over.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god.
Another interesting thing though, I don't know if you know, Zack Snyder said that they're not going to be doing any reshoots with like the original cast, and they're only going to be using previously shot footage. So it's pretty much all the stuff that they already shot.
That's cool.
And like when he left, and then I guess the stuff they used to make like the.
That's interesting. I'm guessing any of the CGI or the VFX shots, they're not obviously not finished. So they have people working on that right now. Like we see Darkseid, the very first shot in this film, we finally see Darkseid.
Oh yeah.
The shot, it reminds me of, do you remember in Justice League, the theatrical cut, we saw a little flashback scene where Steppenwolf's trying to conquer the world and like the Amazons and the Atlanteans and
that part was
Zeus and all them, and even a Green Lantern pulls up and they're fighting back.
Yeah.
I'm guessing we're gonna get that same scene similar, but it's gonna have Darkseid instead. Because I always thought it didn't make sense. Like Steppenwolf isn't the conqueror of worlds like Darkseid is. He's the guy that does it. It would make sense for Steppenwolf to be there, but where the fuck was Darkseid?
Yeah.
So I think that scene is
probably the original scene.
I think it's from there. We also do see Steppenwolf though, when he teleports or appears in front of the Amazonians, and we see his look at that Zack Snyder. Yeah, it's much better, dude. I always have said that it
doesn't look basic and shit.
The Steppenwolf that we got in the theatrical cut, it looks like a video game CGI character. Like nothing. He just what I never understood is yes, he's big, but he's literally just like a gray guy in some armor. Mm-hmm. Why did they not get an actor to play him? They did literally CGI'd a face. Like this could have been they could have done much better, I think, if they just put a dude in armor and they just kind of scaled him up, you know?
Yeah.
Why did they make it completely CGI? It doesn't make any sense.
Josh Whedon, bro.
Fuck that dude, bro. And see, it makes sense why Zack Snyder's would be CGI, though, because his is like literally a freaking alien. Like, doesn't look like a human at all. The other one we got looks like it could be a dude.
Yeah.
Dumbass shit, bro.
Yeah, fuck you, John.
We see we see some more Cyborg stuff, and Zack Snyder said again during his panel while answering questions, he said Cyborg is like the heart of his film.
I'm excited.
I'm excited to see what he means by that, because we don't really get any hints of that in the theatrical cut. Like he's there, but he doesn't really do too much.
Yeah, I can kind of get an idea of what it is, but I want to see it.
Yeah, I want to see that. Oh, we see the black suit Superman.
Oh yeah, dude! When I straight up saw that, I was like, bruh, like,
dude, how do you take that out? And we knew about it because I don't know if you know this because you never saw Justice League when it came out, but leading up to it, before everything went to shit, Henry Cavill, actor that plays Superman, he posted on his Instagram a very close shot of the suit. It was like the S, and then in it, it's like black, and then you can see the silver of the S. So everybody flipped shit when he posted on Instagram, and they were like, holy shit, we're getting the black suit. Because it's obviously there because he posted it, and he was like kind of hinting at it, but then it's not there. So I'm guessing with the reshoots, then Josh Whedon was like, nah, let's cut all that, regular suit. So that post was just like, people were like, well, what the fuck was this? Like Henry Cavill wouldn't just like bullshit it, you know?
Yeah.
Like he wouldn't post it for no reason and be like,
he's probably just being like,
he was probably hype. I'm sure he got a go ahead from Zach, and then Zach probably had to go because of what happened, and then from there it was like shit show. I'm glad we're finally seeing it. It's honestly amazing if you think about it, because Zack Snyder actually said in his panel while talking that he filmed this movie all the way back like in 2016, or like 2015, something like that, and it's getting released finally. Like his version, what he wanted to release, is finally coming out in 2021.
It sucks it's not being in like a movie theater though. Mm-hmm. I know that they're putting it on like HBO Max, kind of like for a business thing too, and also just because people just been like bitching about it for so long. But
I wouldn't be surprised though if we got like a special showing of it in a theater.
Yeah, if the theaters are cool, they probably will.
I don't think we've got like a wide release like when a normal movie comes out, like everywhere, it's in every theater, but I could imagine it being, you know, like a couple showings.
Well, they actually said that they were going to make it for like international. Josh Whedon, or not Josh Whedon, Zack Snyder was going to work on making it like available
so everybody
in other countries too. So it might be like, oh, it's on HBO Max for like a month or two, and like, okay, now internationally it's like out in theaters, and then maybe they might put it out in theaters here. So it'll be like a worldwide thing.
That'd be cool. I'd be cool with that. I definitely would love to see it in its entirety in like IMAX or dude, in an Alamo Draft House if they reopen.
Dude,
get some of those chips and queso.
Chips and queso.
What was the thing you said is good? The cauliflower wings.
Huh? Those were okay. I was talking about, it's like sourdough donuts.
Oh, that's what.
And it has like jam.
I remember you told me about the wings at one point. You said they were vegan.
They were aight.
You told me they were good.
I was capping.
I
was trying to go vegan. I was like, it's good, bro.
You're like, dude, it's so good, man. It's better than the normal wing.
I probably didn't eat it all that day. I was just fucking like.
Let's see what happens in this trailer.
Quick fact, really quick. They just said the project cost about just upwards of $30 million to produce. So I guess like all the extra shit with like VFX putting it together.
That's probably mostly VFX. Yeah. So $30 million.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a lot of money. That's probably like the third of a budget of like a regular DC movie. Maybe like a sixth. I don't know. It doesn't...
I mean, it's definitely smaller than what you would expect a big budget movie to have over $100 million. But then again, they already spent a lot of money on this movie with the original filming of it, and then on top of that, when they did all the reshoots.
Yeah.
Let's see what new stuff do we get in that we're hyped for. We get some more Flash stuff. We see couple new Wonder Woman scenes. She's smiles a little girl at one point.
I don't know if so we see Mara again. Remember, like,
yes.
Aquaman? I guess they have like either more talking scenes. I don't know if they were just gonna cut it because like Mara isn't gonna come back, like the actress that plays her.
No, I think they're gonna leave it in.
Yeah, but I guess they're gonna leave it in just because like she was already in the movie. They're just gonna expand upon the scene.
There's no way they could cut it at this point or get a recast because they can't film the scene again.
Yeah.
It looks slightly different though because we did get a scene in the theatrical cut where they talked in a little air bubble she made, and Aquaman did walk out the same way he did in this. I think it's the same shot, but what's different is we see him leave the armor and the trident on the floor when he walks out.
Yeah.
We didn't see that in the original one, and we see her kind of standing there like.
She's like, oh shit.
So I'm guessing...
It seems like he kind of doesn't want like any part in helping the Justice League. So maybe
that is kind of true. He kind of just shows up out of nowhere to help them in the theatrical cut. Like he just changed his mind. I'm guessing we're going to get more reason on what made him decide to do it. Because it is... William Dafoe's going to be in it. All his scenes were cut because he was originally going to be in this. Every time I say those scenes,
every time we talk about this shit, I get
So William Dafoe's gonna be in it. Who else was cut completely from this? Barry Allen's girlfriend or soon-to-be girlfriend.
Yeah,
she probably won't have too big of a role.
Side chick. I think it's gonna be. We're just gonna have more like character focused like side stories in the beginning, and then like halfway through the movie they're gonna like get together. Yeah. Because I remember at like one point in the trailer, like Batman's like, oh, like he has never fought us before. It's like not united.
Do you think this is what I'm most interested in?
Because like Superman's gonna be like black suit, like Cyborg's gonna be going through his shit. Barry Allen's probably gonna be like, oh shit, I can like, he's like in that zone or whatever, still discovering like his powers.
Do you think that's gonna be? Remember in Batman vs Superman where he goes and talks to Batman? He goes and like, Batman's like, what the fuck? He like wakes up and he's like, Bruce or whatever. Do you remember that scene?
No.
In BVS when Batman is like taking a nap on his desk. There's a big flash of light and the flash is like there and he's like talking to him, and he says find us like Bruce like soon. Maybe that scene is the reason why that happens. Maybe
what if that like explains it?
It could, because it was never resolved. We never saw it, so that could be it.
That would be a cool opening scene. We see the Flash just like running and then he goes too fast and he's in this weird ass zone.
We see in the opening another shot of the remember in Batman vs Superman we see that
the mural
apocalypse type future where we see the Omega sign in the dirt and Batman's got in his trench. Yeah. It opens up with a scene where it pans in and we see the Justice League has fallen. There's like the stat or the other shit, and then we actually, I don't know if you noticed this, a playing card, the Joker playing card, flies on the screen for a second, and it's kind of like half burnt.
I did not see that.
Cool.
Let me see it right now.
Click it. They play the trailer. It happens in the first like second or two.
Playing it for a copyright.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy, that opening shot with Superman. Oh, there is a playing card.
See, it's the Joker playing card cool. Too. The whole trailer is set to the Hallelujah, the same one that Zack Snyder actually used during that sex scene in Watchmen. Yeah. It's the exact same one.
His favorite.
I guess he likes this song.
Whoa, dude, this is another. Actually, what do you think about that scene where Wonder Woman's like, when they like shoot that arrow and like the fire goes off? I guess there's like I don't know if it's an extended scene or whatever.
It looks different. It looks like in the other version we got the arrow just lit up like a big flame. Yeah, this one is kind of just like
there.
Yeah.
So maybe she's like, oh shit. Like,
it's a better shot. It's like a cool angle from low looking up at her.
Yeah.
The other shot we got was pretty boring. It was like the arrow and then we just zoom in on Wonder Woman's face. That's like all we got. And like this is Zack Snyder has always been great with the camera work. Like all his movies, 300, Watchmen, insane.
Yeah, I think like for my story then, for the prediction, is they're all going to be kind of like split up until like near the end. Because then we also get that really cool shot of all of them like standing up. And like I guess, is that like the ship that comes and like picks them up or whatever? Like some plane opens
up. We didn't see that in the other one also. This is what I'm wondering. Do you think... because originally when these movies were going to come out, the first thing we were going to get Justice League, and then there was actually scheduled, there was going to be Justice League Part 2. So we were going to actually get 2 movies originally. Really? Yeah. So do you think... Yeah, do you think they were actually... That's why they were filming so early in advance, because they were going to release one like in 2017, and then the next one was going to come out 2018. So there would only be a year in between. So do you think the reason why it's so long is they're just mixing what was originally going to be part 1 and part 2? Because
I wish it was 2, man.
I don't know.
That'd be so cool.
I'm interested in what I don't want to happen, but if it happens, I understand, because they were originally going to make a part 2, so I would understand if they never got to filming the part 2 scenes. I hope it doesn't end. Like, I know they're still going to have the same ending fight scene where they fight Steppenwolf at one point.
Yeah.
But I just hope, like, are we going to see them fight Darkseid? Or is he only in that flashback scene? Because Darkseid does appear, but
I feel like he was the original villain.
I hope he was, because I want to see more of him. I love how he's...
It's crazy how there's still some mystery to this.
Dude, there's a lot of mystery.
After, like, we still don't know what the hell was, like, going to happen.
It's amazing that you see a cut of the film, but then another one can be so different.
Yeah. It looks like a totally different movie, honestly.
It does. It looks different. At one point in the trailer, we see... Right after Superman, I guess, gets brought back to life or comes back, it looks like in this one he doesn't immediately attack them like he did in the theatrical cut. It looks like he's floating, and there's a different shot of Lois. Remember in the theatrical cut, Batman like brought her in a cab or something, and she comes out and says Clark in front of like policemen to Superman. She's like, Clark, and outs him as who he is. But and if you look in the trailer, we see a shot where he's just floating, like he's just kind of floating, like standing, looking down, and then we see her on the sidewalk, like she just happens to be walking, and she looks up and sees him.
I thought that was cool.
So that's a little bit different. Damn, bro, I'm so hyped. We're not gonna get any CGI mustache faces. I love how Zack Snyder saying he's only using like stuff he filmed. He's like, I'm not touching the Josh Whedon stuff.
I'm like, fuck that.
I swear they look.
That's a funny ass fuck. Yeah, they would. I would have beef with someone who takes over my film and then makes it like shit.
On top of that, remember how Josh Whedon low-key put a diss in the opening scene of his Justice League. Remember how it starts and there's that one girl singing, and it's like everybody knows or whatever, and they show like. And it's like, and then we see like some dude like knock over someone's tangerines and shit. Remember? And then there's a homeless guy holding a sign that says, I tried. People think that was Josh Whedon saying like, oh, I tried to make this work, but it ain't my fault. It's that's all on Zack. So people think that was a shot at Zack Snyder. Dude,
I'm looking at the trailer again, and there's
Notice anything we haven't talked about?
There's like a really quick scene where you can see like someone fighting. I think it's obviously Aquaman. He has like the trident and like full on armor and like cape and shit.
Oh, I saw that. I think that's King Atlan.
Really?
I think that's in the flashback scene where the Atlanteans and Amazonians helped fight. I think that's King Atlan, the guy that Aquaman ends up getting his suit from. I think that's who that is. I don't think that's Aquaman. I think that's the old king. Damn. That's cool though.
Oh, that would probably be like the flashback scene.
Oh, you know what we could see? We didn't even show anything in this trailer too of this. But Zack Snyder has confirmed that in his original cut, or his original draft, remember he said that the General Senwick or whatever from Man of Steel was going to be revealed to be Martian Manhunter the whole time. Oh, shit. Martian Manhunter is a character who's able to shapeshift. He's a Martian. He's the last of his kind. And he comes to Earth, and he just, I guess, takes up a role, and he's just been undercover for years. And I guess he was supposed to come out and be in this movie. So if we get that.
Look at this cool ass shot.
Oh, dude, that shot is so good.
So many good ass shots.
I really like this trailer. It's pretty simple, but it works so well.
Yeah.
I really love this has anything to do with the movie, but in the beginning, when they show the logo, they show HBO Max, and then they show Warner Media, or like Warner Max. The logo looks so good. It's a W and an M, and they changed it. It looks so good.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if like Warner Bros. And like HBO Max are just gonna come together, I guess.
I think they are because
secret conglomerate.
Because Warner.
It's like Warner Media.
Warner Media owns AT&T. AT&T owns HBO. I don't know the whole logistics of it, but they're technically the same thing. That's why they're able to do it. So yeah. Anything else happen?
Oh, dude, that's fucking cool. I just looked at the Superman.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited for it, dude. That's all I can say. We talked about this like a month or two ago.
Yeah.
After watching the Justice League, I really liked it, and it's good that there's a better version.
Excuse me.
I know I'm gonna like this version better than the original.
I'm so excited.
Not that I disliked it, but
yeah, I'm really hyped to see this.
Fuck.
Let's see what's next.
We're just like
You want to talk before we get into the Batman or anything? We can talk about the smaller panels like Black Adam.
Yeah, I was just gonna go into that. So we got some Black Adam. It wasn't nothing crazy. We just got some like concept art, like a cool, like graphic trailer.
Yeah.
We know The Rock's been cast to play him for the longest time. He said in this panel that they've been working on it for like
since like 2009.
Yeah, for like 10 years plus. And so he's like, it's cool to know that they're really dedicated. And I forget what his name is. It's like Noah Centineo.
He appeared.
Yeah, he's in the Netflix film To All the Boys I Loved Before. And
he's playing Atom Smasher.
Yeah, he's playing Atom Smasher.
It's a guy who can grow and bigger and smaller.
It's pretty much like the Atom.
Pretty interesting. Who else? Oh, he talked, but the only real news we got from this panel was we confirmed there's going to be other characters like Hawkman.
Oh, yeah. We know for sure now it's not going to be like Black Adam's not going to be like Shazam 2. Like it's going to be its own separate thing. It's going to be an origin story.
Yeah, we're going to get, who was it? Hawkman,
Cyclone,
and then
Dr. Fate, and then Atom Smasher. And they're going to make up the Justice Society.
Oh, that's so
And they're going to go against Black Adam.
I'm so excited to see Dr. Fate.
That's
man.
really cool.
I was so shocked when they announced Dr. Fate.
They can cast anybody. Because I think...
Yeah, he has a helmet and stuff like that. Dude, that's so
He could take it off near the end, maybe, and they could just be like, oh, we'll just cast this.
I don't even care to see his head, bro. I just want to see him do all the gang signs and stuff.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. And Injustice, dude. Oh, it's so good. I'm so glad we got that. That's pretty much all we got for that. I mean, I'm kind of saying I'm excited and glad. Good casting, it looks like, for The Rock.
It says it's supposed to come out in December of next year.
Oh, really? They have a release date for it.
Well, it says it's slated, so I guess like they're just shooting for that.
So they're shooting for
I mean, they have a date. So
December 2021?
Yeah.
They would have to start filming pretty soon then to get that out.
We'll see.
It's doable.
I'm excited because after that, and then Shazam 2 comes out, we can hopefully see like...
Maybe he's in it. Maybe he has a little cameo at the end, post-credit scene. Maybe he...
At the end of Shazam 2, he just comes down like, what's up, bitch? And just fucking fucks them up.
That's pretty cool. In the Shazam panel, we didn't get too much. I watched it after the fact because we missed it. We were on the way.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we got the sequel title.
That's all we got.
Yeah, it's Shazam: The Fury of Gods.
Pretty nice title.
Pretty cool game. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool game.
So I'm getting excited for the next one.
Yeah, the next one.
Let's go. Yeah, and then we got a poster reveal. The little girl who plays like his adopted sister. She drew this
whole crazy thing. She looked good. She went hard. They had Sinbad pull up. Remember Sinbad? Have you heard of him?
No, I see.
He was in the he was in the panel. He was the guy. Remember when I turned it on, like when we catch the end of it?
Oh yeah.
And he's like, I'll do nude scenes if I have to. He's like, I'm gonna show a little bit of booty. You heard him say that? Remember? Dude, he said it.
He sounds like he would say some shit.
No, he's the reason why it's kind of an inside joke that I don't know, maybe you'll give him a little cameo for the second one, but the reason why they had him on the panel was mostly a joke. There's a running gag / theory. You've heard of the Mandela effect, right?
Yeah.
So people believe, or some people said that they 100% clearly remember in the 90s, the comedian Sinbad played a genie in a movie called Kazam. Yeah. So he was like, oh, I'm going to be in Shazam. He's like, let's go. And like that was the joke. But the movie was never made. He never played a genie in a movie called Kazam. The closest thing was, I think there was a movie called Kazam or something like that, but it was Shaquille O'Neal played a genie. And he came out of a boombox instead of a lamp. He came out of a boombox. He was a rapping genie.
What the fuck?
Yeah, the 90s. And
that's crazy.
But people... That's crazy. I mean, I wasn't alive at the time, so I can't speak on it. I was born in the late 90s, very late, the end of it. But at some point during the 90s, a lot of people claim that they were... that's such a big thing. How can people claim that they remember going and seeing a movie that was never made? And that's a big claim, you know?
I don't know.
Like, there's been people where, like lines have been messed up. People think, I could have sworn they said this or was spelled like this. But this is a whole-ass movie. People were saying a movie came out with this dude, and it never did. That's a pretty big...
that's strange, yeah.
It is very strange. But anyway, that's why he was there. Just there for a joke. He might get a little cameo, like, funny scene in the movie, but who knows?
It'd be funny if he's, like, a homeless guy, and it's like, it's Kazam! Or, like, some shit like that.
That'd be funny, yeah. That's all we got. We got the title reveal. Next up, though, we got some big ass.
Super excited. This is probably the thing that, like, surprised me the most was I actually didn't even know that they were gonna get a game. There's a Suicide Squad game.
RockSteady, the people behind Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight. Arguably my favorite.
It's a next-gen co-op game. The full title is Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League, which you should really watch the trailer if you haven't. It's so awesome.
Cinematic trailer. We didn't get no gameplay because it is coming out in 2022.
Yeah, it's like 2 years away, which really sucks, but it's also really exciting.
I was really holding out hope that they had been working in this in complete secrecy, and we might get it for like a launch title for one of the new consoles in a couple months.
Dude, oh my god.
That would have made it the biggest thing of the night, I think.
Yeah.
Like if they were like, okay, we've been working on this for years, because it's been since 2015.
Yeah.
They've been working on this for years. We've been hiding it, and it's gonna come out in 2 months or something like that, like November 20th or something like that. That would have been insane if they did that. But I do get there's probably still some polishing to do, stuff like that. 2 years though, I mean that's a long time, but I'm gonna play it.
Fuck, dude. I'll be done with college by the time
I'll be 23 when I play it, dude.
God.
I just turned 21.
Are we gonna still be doing this?
Hopefully.
Like 23, so it's like the game's finally out.
Let's mark this down in a
calendar. Here.
Remind us in 2 years. I'll set a reminder on my iPhone, and I'll be like, we gotta do the podcast again. It'll be like,
I don't even know if I'll still be living here.
You might be dead.
Damn. I'm gonna make sure I don't die.
I don't know if I'll still be alive here, bro.
Nah, dude, this should give you found the strength to move forward.
Squad house,
dude.
If all things goes right,
we better have the best Wi-Fi.
If everything goes right, 2 years from now, we got Squad House. We got the boys filming. We're doing the pod. We're going off. Got the podcast dog running around shaking.
Hopefully,
we'll see. But yeah, I'm really excited for this game. They revealed 4 characters that they said are all going to be playable. Harley Quinn, obviously, Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, and King Shark. We see a little bit of them killing some people in the trailer. We can get a little idea of their moveset, I guess. Obviously,
yeah, everyone's like super different.
Yeah, it's like 4 different builds.
It seems they've been like a team for a while too, because like in the trailer,
they already know each other.
Yeah, Deadshot's like, I know, man, and they just start clowning him.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, boy. His ass. Yeah. Let's see what else.
What do you think about like the story? I mean, we can't really comment on the gameplay. I like how they look too. They look pretty cool.
I'm guessing. So this what's pretty interesting. Gotham Knights, which was Warner Brothers Montreal, they're like brother sister studio.
Mm-hmm.
They're making a co-op multiplayer type Arkham game, with Robin, Batgirl, all them.
Yeah.
This looks like RockSteady's doing something very similar, because this is going to be a multiplayer type game. They said you can play single player if you want, and all the other squad will be there as bots, so you can still get the effect. They said you could switch characters and stuff like that. Or you can main one if you want to play as one, or you can kind of do everything. Or you could play a friends. So it looks like they're both doing this same type of game, which is very different from what they've done in the past. All RockSteady's games so far have been the Batman games, and they're very single player focused, story driven. You play as Batman, and they pretty much perfected the way you play as Batman. And what Stefan Hill from the RockSteady Studios has said, he quoted saying that what they did with the Arkham games and how you play, and they perfected the way you play Batman, is what they're trying to do with these characters, which got me really excited, because Batman plays so perfect in all those games. I can't imagine all these 4 characters how are they gonna make him play all perfectly? They're gonna do it. I trust RockSteady.
Yeah, I know that they know what they're doing at this point. Mm-hmm. They're probably just gonna. It's gonna be a different play style for sure.
I will say, I know a lot of people have said this about Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad. A lot of people are unsure how they feel right now with it being a multiplayer game. You know how you can play, if your friend's online, they can play one of the characters. Since all of their games in the past have been single player.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can do both, but a lot of people are kind of unsure. And I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really played too many. Destiny's probably the closest thing that I've played, but that's a shooter. So I'm open to this. I'll try it. I'm gonna try it first with Gotham Knights, and I'm trusting RockSteady. I'll play it. I'll try it. I'm sure they'll do a great job, but it is different.
It's definitely out there. Yeah, something new.
It's a new thing we haven't seen before, and we see looks like their target, who they're trying to find in the trailer. They don't know who it is. It's Superman.
Yeah.
Who's evil.
Yeah, so near the end, Superman picks up a pilot, and he's like, "Oh, thank you for saving me." and then he just straight up kills him, and then they're just like, oh shit, like Superman's evil. I'm guessing they're getting mind control too, because like all the villains they're fighting are purple. There's like a big ass purple like ship in the trailer.
It's Brainiac.
Oh.
You know who Brainiac is?
Yeah.
He was in Injustice 2. He was the purple guy. He's a Superman villain. He's very smart. Mind control type stuff.
He looks crazy in Injustice, dude. God.
I'm guessing that straight up looks like a Brainiac ship in the beginning. If it's not, like,
his colors are like purple, like gray,
purple, gray,
green.
That's got to be a Brainiac ship. If it's not, like, I don't know what.
It'd be pretty cool if it is then, because that's someone we haven't really seen.
Yeah, it's true. So obviously, then they're being mind controlled. I know people were kind of guessing whether or not it'll be like Bizarro, who's a Superman clone. And then there's also Calypso, who's similar to that. And I at first thought it was Calypso, but at this point, I'm pretty sure that it's mind control, which is really interesting. So what if it's called Kill the Justice League? Do you think they're just gonna kill them then, or do you think they're gonna just knock them out because like they're good guys? They're just being mind controlled. Think we really killing Superman? How are you gonna kill Superman? How are we gonna kill any of them?
I think since it's in a new like universe, I think it'd be really cool if they just killed them.
I would like that too. But
because come on,
the one thing, and I missed this. We watched this. We were out at dinner actually for one of our friends' dinner, and we were so dedicated to this that we still watched it at the dinner table. Had some AirPods in listening to it, but I missed this, and I re-watched it or re-listened to it, I guess, before filming this. The Stefan Hill, the gameplay director, I listened to him talk to Will Arnett afterwards because he had some questions about the game, and he answered them. And what's very interesting is Stefan Hill, the gameplay creative director, like the lead guy at RockSteady, he says that this game is actually a continuation of the Arkhamverse.
Wow. So
this takes place in the same universe as the other Arkham games, which a lot of people have been talking about, because that's the biggest thing people are confused about, because we do see Deadshot in Arkham City and in Arkham Origins. He's there. He's in the Arkham City.
Oh yeah, you do a mission with them.
You fight him in one part. You like gotta dodge all his bullets, and you kind of trace him with a bullet trajectory detective work. He did be missed. And what people have been talking about is the continuity, because in those games, he actually is white. He's a white guy, and now he's black in this, which I don't care. I think it doesn't matter what the skin color of the character is. But I will say, continuity-wise, like I guess they just forgot, or maybe at this point, we've seen Will Smith played Deadshot.
What if he got recast and he's in this game? It's just like a Will Smith looking like character.
He looks just like him.
That would have been funny.
Yeah, but that's a smaller thing. The other thing, though, apparently, is there's a DC movie called Assault on Arkham, which was an animated movie released a couple years back. It's about the Suicide Squad. I think they're in it, yeah. But I haven't seen it. All I know is King Shark dies in that movie. But that movie has been confirmed by them to take place in the Arkham canon, along with the Arkham games. So people were complaining and saying, like, bro, did they not know their own shit? Like, King Shark died in this, so how is he alive in this? My best guess is, I mean, they're the people that made the games. Like, they created it. If they want to retcon stuff, they can. That just means that the movie isn't canon no more. It's like its own thing. Which, if you're a fan, it's kind of the same thing that happened with when Disney bought Star Wars. Yeah. All the old books and comics and stuff aren't canon no more. It's kind of the same thing. Like, they just retconned a movie and they're just changing the skin color of the character. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't really care too much. Those are the only two things. But what I am interested in is, in the Arkham games that we did get, we never got we got little hints, like Easter eggs at the Justice League, like the Flash and Superman, but we never straight up heard Batman, like, he never called any of them or talked about the Justice League. So we weren't ever sure if the Justice League was made yet in the Arkham universe. But I guess if this is the Arkhamverse, if this takes place in it, then we know it does, because it's called Kill the Justice League. Yeah. So that would lead me to think, is this taking place after Arkham Knight? Because Batman's presumed dead at the end of that. Or does this take place before Arkham Knight, and maybe Batman's in the game? And you have to... Because at one point...
I don't know. I feel like in the games he did mention the Justice League maybe like once or two.
There's little hints, but he never specifically says like Justice League or Superman.
Like he'll be in his cave, he's like, oh, a message from Diana. Or like some shit like that.
There is an Easter egg like that. There's an Easter egg in... which one is it? I can't remember. It might be Arkham Knight. There's a telephone, I think, you can look at, and in the phone it has like a speed dial thing, and it'll say like Alfred or something, and then one of them says Diana, one says Clark, and like it says their names. So it's like that's the biggest thing we get to it. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm interested because if this takes place after Arkham Knight, maybe Batman faked his death after all. Maybe the big twist at the end is maybe he's still alive in that universe.
Maybe it's just confusing to us because we don't know like the whole story. Maybe when it comes out, we're just gonna be like, oh shit, like okay, we see why this all like was happening.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is with this game, the Justice League. I don't know. I'm so confused.
I know.
I want to know more about it. I wish we got gameplay, man. I'm so excited to see how this game looks. Like because the Arkham games look so good. They control so well.
Yeah, I think that was the first game when like the fighting style was like I was like, holy shit, this is actually really good.
Yeah,
and then like other games started following suit, like Shadows of Mordor and shit.
And this game, he did say this game's gonna have fantastic gunplay. So they obviously, if you have Deadshot, they gotta get the guns right, how you control them. Dude,
in the trailer when the helicopter like spins out of control, like the freaking shrapnel just knocks Captain Boomerang out of the way. Yeah. I was actually watching it again. And it seems he throws his boomerang and he can teleport like to wherever it is.
We haven't talked about that.
Do you think they're gonna do that for the Suicide Squad movie? Like they're gonna give him even cooler powers because it seems like they look a lot like the game.
Yeah, we see that one. He throws a boomerang in a little behind the scenes thing.
That'd be really cool.
I'm not sure. I don't.
It seems like it's just like a boomerang dude.
Yeah.
In the original one.
I'm not sure about the movie, but for this, 100%, and it looks so cool because they had to have because with Harley Quinn, she's very acrobatic, so she's probably quick, like jumping around and stuff like that. And it looks like in the trailer she has a grapple gun. She can kind of like jump around faster.
Everyone's gonna have a totally different playstyle. So
Deadshot has a jetpack that he uses as like a flamethrower also in the trailer, so you can fly around as him. King Shark kind of just
gonna be like a brute. He's gonna eat people, like throw
Hulk,
dudes.
I guess like a more Shark Hulk.
He has like tattoos.
He also has the freaking like Gatling gun. He's just like mowing people down.
He has swords too. I can see.
Oh yeah. So what I'm guessing, everyone's gonna have different movement, different play styles. And I'm guessing for Captain Boomerang, they had to think like all these people have like a quicker form of movement. Like Harley Quinn can like jump around like a grapple gun. Deadshot has jetpack. King Shark probably is gonna have like a far jump, like a big jump or something like that, I'd imagine.
Yeah, he has a gun too.
Yeah, so they're probably like, oh, Captain Boomerang's just a guy. How are we gonna make him have a good movement mechanic? And they're like, oh, let's do a teleporting boomerang.
It's cool. Like he threw his boomerang and it hit like 3 people, and he teleports to it, and then like he like set some charges off.
So do you think? So I've seen a couple of theories on this. Do you think it's just like a straight teleporting thing? Some people have said it looks very similar to the Flash. And it makes sense because he's a Flash villain. Like, he's part of the Flash's rogues gallery.
Mm-hmm.
So people were thinking, like, maybe he stole some, like, Flash tech and attached it to his boomerang. So maybe he's able to run really fast or, like, throw it and he kind of works with the Speed Force. What do you think? Or do you think it's just teleporting straight up? Because it does, I will say...
Maybe both.
It does look kind of similar.
It could be both.
I like that theory. It makes sense because he's a Flash villain. Either one, though. I'm fine with either one.
I hope they do that in the movie, too.
Yeah.
Because since they did recast him, remember in Birds of Prey, he's like, there's a wanted poster for him. Yeah. So maybe he got new powers and just escaped.
Maybe.
That'd be pretty cool.
What's really cool, though, I'm excited, is we've seen how Batman plays, obviously, because we played as him.
Mm-hmm.
And this makes sense because there was rumors they were making a Justice League game for a while, and there's rumors they're making a Superman game, a Flash game, all these different games. And what I think is... it's hard to do that. Like, Batman's easy because he's like, he has a lot of cool stuff, but he's just a guy. Superman, you got to get the flight mechanics down. The Flash, you got to get the running and all that.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman, I could see you making a game like that. She's probably doable, but then again, you have to like decide if she's gonna be able to fly because she has some OP shit.
She can like jump.
Yeah, if she just jumps or whatever, you got to deal with that because she technically is kind of like Superman in a way too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Green Lantern. If you do Green Lantern, he can create anything of his ring. So how are you gonna be able to like choose what you create? I don't know. So it seems like it was too hard to make a Justice League game. So they were like, oh, what if we fight the Justice League because they can control how the Justice League works as like an NPC, like a villain, you know, someone you fight. I'm really hyped to see this game. I got all trust in RockSteady. I really want to see some gameplay. I wonder how long it'll be until we get gameplay trailer. It'll probably be like we're 2 years out.
Like same time this year.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be like a year from now.
Fuck.
Damn.
Dude, they fucking teased us hard.
Dude,
that was a really good teaser.
It really was. I'm hyped for that.
Makes me cry at night.
All that is just like.
I think it's Brainiac though. Yeah, for sure. Now that you brought that up, it looks. Plus the ship too. It had like little tentacles. It's just like a big ass Brainiac ship.
It's 100% Brainiac. I think.
We solving shit on here.
That's true.
You're welcome. All right, last thing. Last big thing. I'm so glad we saved this for the last. I think this was the last thing that was on the fandom.
It was
that was really big.
Event of the night.
We got our first off, Matt Reeves had his panel. He talked about the movie and like.
Dude, I love the way he talked about it. He seemed very excited. Like he knew what he was doing. A lot of people weren't sure. Like they know he's a good director, but they weren't sure. I guess how he was gonna. Like, if they didn't.
He seemed very passionate too. He talked about like he loved Batman as a kid. Now that he has the chance to do it, he's gonna do it. Right?
He obviously knows exactly what he's talking about.
What other movies has he done?
The biggest dude. He did all the freaking Planet of the Apes, bro.
Really?
Yeah. Rise and all that, and then War of the Planet of the Apes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, bro.
Let's go. We did Cloverfield.
There's actually a shot in this scene that's very similar to
I didn't know he did Cloverfield.
Planet of the Apes.
Which one?
You know the opening shot in the trailer where, and I actually didn't notice this the first time I watched the trailer, but the opening shot in the trailer where you see Jim Gordon walking, and then like all the cops are like along the wall. They're all kind of looking at the camera like they're like looking at someone. It's because you're seeing it from Batman's point of view. Like he's walking behind Jim Gordon, and all these people are like looking at him because he's like walking past them. I didn't notice that the first time I watched it, but rewatching it, it's obvious because then he goes and he looks at the little card that says to Batman, and then he turns and then Batman's there.
That's so cool.
So it is from his perspective walking, and there's a shot like that in one of the Planet of the Apes movies where Caesar is walking past all these apes, and they all kind of like look at him like the same way, and the shot looks so cool. Good. But I want to speculate on this trailer.
The trailer was so good. It seems very noir, like dark
70s type,
gritty
type vibes, you know.
Yeah.
What the one thing
looks like Fight Club style. I know you haven't seen it, but it's like
besides the trailer, one thing Matt Reeves said, he said a lot. I would recommend if you're a fan of Matt Reeves or the Batman to listen to the panel. You can probably find it on YouTube. But one thing he said in his panel, which I'm so excited for, is he straight up said that the vibe or like the thing he was going for that inspired him for this movie was the like detective type stuff, like solving murders and like stuff like that. And he said that that's the reason why so many different villains can be in this movie, because Batman's trying to solve a murder, a serial killer's out there, so he's doing detective work, and we have not seen the detective Batman, and I'm so excited.
It's better be like the Joker movie, but
he literally said, exactly. I'm hoping for that. Matt Reeves legit said that he wants to do like the detective stuff, like his big inspiration for this, which I'm so hyped for, because that's like the one thing we have not seen from any of the other Batman.
It's insane, dude. Too. Plus, Batman's been on screen for like how long?
How did it take him like 20 years to do it, bro? Like 30 years almost.
Shit, crazy.
But who do you think is leaving him all the letters? We had a little discussion about this after.
We talked about Hush or Calendar Man or
Calendar Man's possible,
or the Riddler.
I think it's
the Riddler. Yeah. At the end, like when you see it's like question the release marks. Here, yeah, it's just like question marks. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's played by Paul Dano, who he's playing the Riddler. Like it's confirmed the Riddler's in this.
Dude, I didn't know Zoe Kravitz is gonna be Catwoman too. Yeah, we see Catwoman in the trailer.
Good casting. The Penguin's also in this. Did you notice that? He actually is in the trailer.
Oh yeah, they said Colin Farrell's gonna play him.
Dude, you don't even recognize him.
And Jeffrey Wright.
If you look it up, Colin Farrell playing the Penguin in this, there's like two shots of him. There's one of you just like see his face straight up, and then the other shot is when Batman's chasing him in the Batmobile, and he says like, "Oh, this guy's crazy," like, you know.
Oh, that's him.
That's the Penguin. And
holy shit!
The makeup on this is insane, bro. If you look at a picture of Colin Farrell and then how he looks in this movie, I'll put this up if you're watching on YouTube. Look at that.
Oh my god, dude.
Great, dude. I'm smelling an Oscar nomination for makeup, bro.
Yeah. Dude, for real.
Dude, that's really good. That is really good.
He looks like a fucking penguin. It's like from the Batman games.
I love it, yeah. I love how you can see, because like the Penguin, obviously, in the comics and stuff, is exaggerated, like the nose and shit. This is like, I guess, a realistic version.
How tall is Colin Farrell, too? Are they going to make him short?
I don't know.
He's gonna be like a mob boss probably that just kind of starts to.
I hope they make him at least a little short. Like obviously don't make him like a midget or like really really short, but if he's like 5'5", that's fine with me. You know, that's like below average. Like the average height is like 5'8", 5'9".
I might just do like, because Robert Pattinson's pretty tall. So.
Make him like Emily's height, my girlfriend. That'd be good.
Oh, dude, it's crazy too. He said that the Batman's only 25% complete too. Yeah, so all the stuff that's from this trailer is just 25%.
Oh, dude. What else, dude? I'm hoping.
I hope this movie's like 2.5 hours.
Dude, I'm so hyped for this, man. I want to see. And what's cool is Matt Reeves has already confirmed that the Batman it's a separate universe from the main stuff, obviously. And they talked about this in one of the panels, the multiverse panel. Mm-hmm. They talked about how the multiverse, like they pretty much confirmed that, like the TV shows like The Flash and Green Arrow, all that, and like the movies and like all this, they're all connected in the sense that there are different universes in the same multiverse.
Oh yeah, so they've pretty much been like, yo, it's a multiverse.
They've confirmed, like they said, they even talked about Joker, like the Joker movie. They talked.
This is like when DC starts doing shit that Marvel never could.
Yeah, because what is cool about this is this allows them to make, and we've said this before. Yeah, they can make, if someone wants to go and make a movie about the comic book or the show called Superman Red Sun, which is Superman if he landed in Russia instead of Kansas, and he pretty much becomes like a Russian like Superman. They could do that and make it like a separate universe, you know.
That'd be so cool.
They can do all this crazy stuff, like different versions of characters, which Marvel has yet to do. I mean, they could do it because Marvel has a similar thing, but they haven't done it. And I'm so glad DC is the first one to do it because I'm really hyped to see them do it. But Matt Reeves did say he's planning on laying the groundwork for his version of Gotham and the Batman, and I've heard that he signed on for 3 movies, so he's making a trilogy. So this is the first look. This is the first movie, and then we're gonna get another one, and then another one. So 3 Batman movies of Battinson,
Battinson.
Yeah, Rob Battinbat. I use that hashtag on our Cosmic thing. I said hashtag Rob Battinbat. If you want to follow the Cosmic Kickback Twitter, make sure to do that. We always post new trailers as soon as they drop, latest movie news. It's all there. So follow the Cosmic Kickback right at that on Twitter. What else happened in this? I actually we see the riddle, and you know the opening thing. He's like, "Oh, does this mean anything to you?" And he shows him. There's a riddle on it. If you look it up in the trailer, there's actually a riddle, and there's a little code. Like he's putting the answer there, and you can decode it. Actually, and people have actually decoded his riddle in the from the trailer. Mm-hmm. The riddle, I don't remember off the top of my head. I mean, I can look it up real quick, but it's a pretty it's kind of like a play on words. Let's see right here, bro. Hold on real quick. And that we do out here.
There's so many good shots.
There is.
Yeah, dude, this movie looks so good. I like the color grading too. I don't know, like this.
Dude, the way it looks,
the whole style of it's awesome.
What's really cool, and they confirmed this.
Oh, yo, look! This is probably the scene when he's riding in the. We saw the behind the scenes on the motorcycle. We talked about that a long time ago.
Bro, look at this. Oh, dude, oh my god.
That's like some Christian Bale type shit. When you just totally change how you look.
That's great makeup.
I like how they could have chose someone that already looked like the Penguin, but they chose like Colin Farrell. I think is a really good actor.
That is great. That's great. Oh, so here it is. So I have a picture of his riddle is. Trying to solve it. What does a liar say when he's dead? Or what does a liar do when he's dead?
Lies down. I don't
know. I think the answer is he lies still. It's a play on words because if you're dead, you're lying still, like you're not moving, and then it's like, oh, he's still lying, like he's always lying.
That's interesting. That's
so
cool.
That's the answer for if anyone was wondering. Let's see what else happens in this trailer. Dude, it looks so good.
It does a really good job of like not telling a lot too.
I wasn't expecting the trailer to be this good, given the fact because Matt Reeves literally says beforehand. He says something like, "We've only filmed 25%, but I wanted to bring something out here." And when he said that, I kind of thought it was kind of like, you know,
like concept
when you do something, like you do a shit job on a project, and you're like, okay, like before I show you guys this, just know. Yeah. I only had this much, like something like that. I thought he was like, okay, like it's not going to be too good. But it's like, it's something like this. Like this dude should have been like, right, y'all ready to see what I got? Like, I would have been more hyped. Like, it seems like he was saying, like, the way he said it made me feel like we weren't going to see too much. Like, you know?
I know.
And it was so good.
Damn, dude.
But we see Batman completely, like,
dude. We see, oh my God. So, this is like his second year being Batman, and he literally just, like, pulls up on some dudes, and it's like, yo, who the fuck is this? And then some guy tries to swing. He gives them like 12 good hits. Then he falls on the ground. He continues to beat him down. And everyone's just like, oh shit. He's like, I'm vengeance.
Dude, I think his voice sounds pretty good.
Dude, yeah.
It doesn't sound like as like raspy as Christian Bale's, but he doesn't have like the technology yet to like have like a voice changer like Ben Affleck's.
Yeah.
I've actually, a lot of people were hating on the voice. I was surprised. I looked on Twitter and some people were like, man, he sounds like a kid playing dress up. And people were just fucking hating, bro. If you hate on this trailer, like, there's something wrong with you, bro.
I think you're just hating to hate. Yeah, like, you're not honestly, even really thinking about it.
I understand people being like, when they first cast Robert Pattinson as this, I understand people that don't watch movies, like, thinking like, what, the guy from Twilight? But he's been in like Good Time, like we just watched recently, and he's been in The Lighthouse, all these other movies that people aren't, like, I guess the general public isn't watching or paying attention to. This guy's a great actor, and because of that, I knew I was hyped to see him as Batman. And I think the only people hating right now are the people that don't understand.
They can't let go of the Twilight.
Yeah, bro. These dudes like vampires. You know how it is.
Oh, so they said since Zoe Kravitz is gonna play Catwoman, she's just gonna be playing like Selena Kyle. Like, she's not fully yet Catwoman. Yeah. She's kind of just like getting into it. Because like in the trailer, she has like some ghetto ass like mask and shit.
We might see the her costume by the end, or maybe next movie, cool. Something like that. Yeah, I'm so excited for this movie. I was excited for it before, but dude, I actually love the suit. What do you think of the suit?
I think the suit looks really good. It's not too much. Mm-hmm. It's when you first see him like walking in the room, he kind of has like some like combat boots. It's not like full on like Wayne Tech and shit. He's still like, he's
still starting off.
Yeah, I think he got like what his father, like the technology, and he's just kind of like putting it together. Yeah. We see a couple of shots of him like in the Batcave.
Mm-hmm. What do you think of the Batmobile?
I think it looks fucking cool, dude.
It's so
everything
awesome,
just looks so cool.
Damn, dude,
it's such an interesting.
For this.
Dude, I think the setting, the type of movie it is, and like what, like the story is gonna be so good.
The vibes I'm getting from the Riddler, I'm so hyped that they're doing it like this. I'm okay with it. Obviously, the Riddler's been very campy. In the Arkham games, he's very like, like kind of campy, like a smart guy, like try to outsmart me. And he's still doing that. He's leaving these clues on, like saying to the Batman. But what is the vibes I'm getting? And let me know if you agree with this. Real life, the Zodiac killer, how he's taunting the police. I'm getting those kind of vibes from the Riddler. Yeah. Like he's leaving these notes, little riddles and stuff. And it's so cool.
I do not know what the story is, bro.
You what?
I said I'm still trying to think like what the story is, because I'm looking at the stills now, and like there's that one. It's like a 2-second scene when he's like. He uses his grappling gun and he goes up like the whole like staircase of like stories, and the cops are like shooting at him.
Yeah, well, he's still early on, so he probably doesn't have the cops' trust yet.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm really
everyone was kind of like freaked out. I just like
I heard that. So Matt Reeves said like he's still early.
Oh, it says only in theaters too. At the end, it says only in theaters currently in production.
Let's go.
Yeah, we got to see this movie.
Do you think
in theaters,
we're gonna see any other villains like off to the side, like small roles, or do you think we're just getting Riddler and Penguin?
If we do, we're going to be introduced to them as like Batman is. He's going to be like, what the fuck are you?
Because what I'm thinking...
Or maybe near the end, he just like... It would be such a cool post-credit scene of like near the end, like whatever he fights the villain. And then he like sits down at his desk and just opens up like files he has on people. And then we just see all these other villains like pop up.
Yeah.
Like he's just been keeping tabs.
One thing, this is what I'm guessing. I love how he's going for detective type stuff. I'm so excited to see that. I think because it's like a detective like mystery type thing, he's going to be trying to solve a crime, and he's heavily drawn inspiration from that. I'm guessing that's why we're going to see different villains in this. I'm hoping we see more than just Riddler and Penguin, but if that's all we get, I love what I see so far. But if we do see more, I'm guessing it'll be because of that. He's investigating a murder, so that would make sense as to why he would be drawn to other suspects, other villains around the city, like the Penguin. We don't know what he's doing. We also know Falcone or Carmine Falcone is in this, right? Someone's cast as him.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure.
Who's a villain from the comics? Also, he's kind of like a mob boss.
Yeah, he's a mob boss.
I don't think we saw any pictures of him or shots of him in the trailer.
I don't think so.
So we're yet to see that. Like he said, only 25% of the film has been shot. The next, we've only seen a glimpse. That's insane, dude. Oh, I can't wait to see more, man. This comes out next year. What's the release date?
It doesn't have a release date. It just says 2021.
Okay.
So we know it's sometime next year.
Dude, we're getting the Suicide Squad next year. We're getting the Snyder Cut next year. We're getting the Batman next year.
I'm fucking movie horny right now. All this good shit.
Apparently we're getting Black Adam December next year if everything goes right. Dude, that's 4 DC movies in a year.
DC winning.
Did they show a release date for Shazam 2 or was it just the title?
I'm not sure.
I don't know either. I know they haven't filmed it, so that's probably going to be 2022.
Even if it doesn't come out next year, then
yeah, I mean they already got 4.
Who cares?
Another thing, dude, what was the other? Besides the Batman, there was an Aquaman panel. We can briefly touch on it right here. It was just Patrick Willis who played Ocean Master and James Wan talking. All James Wan said. Is he still going to direct the sequel? I guess so. Yeah, he was talking to Patrick Willis and he actually told him that. Because I forgot about this. Patrick Wilson is in the Conjuring movies, which I've talked about recently. I forgot James Wan directed The Conjuring. Or he wrote it or something. He's involved.
Like producer or something.
Something, but I know he was on The Conjuring too. I forgot about it. I knew it at some point, but it just completely went over my head. And he said that he got the call or the text while on set for filming The Conjuring 2. For the Aquaman, and he was like, "Hey, we want you to do Aquaman," and he said he knew.
He's like, "Yes!" Just started screaming.
And James Wan said immediately, like on the set, he like looked at Patrick Wilson. He was just like, and he said he knew he wanted him for Ocean Master. I guess right away somehow he was like, "I knew I wanted you from the start," or something like that. So, but all they revealed in that panel was that Ocean Master is going to be in it again.
I'm glad.
I don't know how big a role.
I hope he fights either alongside him or tries to like turn evil. And
well, he's in prison, so.
Yeah,
we might see some.
The villain might break him out.
Black Manta.
Oh shit! I hope there's like who else could we even see, man? That Aquaman like would fight that isn't someone from the first movie.
Okay, we gotta go to some deep cuts with this. Hold on.
Let me look up Aquaman
villains.
I don't really know a lot of Aquaman villains.
Neither do I, off the top of my head.
Let's see. The Dead King, Triton, Fisherman. Just like fisherman. Fuck, are you a whale?
He fights fishermen. Someone spears Aquaman.
Oh my god. Kordax. Dude, there's a bunch of people. I don't know. Creature King. I don't know any of these people. They could do whatever the fuck they want.
They can, really.
They could literally have a team pull up on him.
Ooh.
That would be super cool if he fought the freaking team. God damn, look at this image. That's pretty cool. That's like all his. Not bad, Joker. Look, that's fucking cool. That'd be cool if like a team has like been plotting against him or something. That would be very interesting.
I'm interested to see what they do.
But they need to have a better motive, all right?
Yeah.
I hope James Wan watched our podcast. Please tag him.
Don't have Ocean Master scream as much.
Oh yeah.
He can do at least 2, I'd say, throughout the film.
Cutlass Charlie.
Ew.
Liquidator. What the fuck?
They cast Charlie D'Amelio.
As what?
Cutlass Charlie.
Oh, Cutlass Charlie. What the hell? That's weird.
There wasn't much for Aquaman, but I mean, it was still kind of cool to see them there. Yeah, but dude, back to the Batman, bro. That's what we talking about.
Yeah, I'm excited for it, dude.
What's left for it? What have we not touched on?
I mean, I don't know. We can only just appreciate it and just kind of speculate.
Yeah, all we can do
the
is
plot.
Speculate, really.
We just know it's going to be more detective.
I'm so glad that he confirmed that.
Oh, dude. I hope the writing is really good. I don't know who's going to be on board for like the writing, but like you can say like, oh, it's going to be like a good like noir film. But I hope we good. We're gonna wrap it up soon.
All right.
What's it called? I just hope like the story's good. You know, like it can look good and all that, but I hope it has like twists and turns and it's like, oh shit, like this cop's actually. You know what I mean?
I'm sure.
Like something like Dark Knight. Like
I'm sure we won't. There'll be a lot of twists and turns and stuff we won't even see coming. For the.
Yeah, dude. I hope they release another trailer and then that's it. Because sometimes they put like. Oh, teaser trailer 1, trailer 2, trailer 3.
I'm saying right now, I will watch one more trailer, but a third, fourth, all that, I'm not going to touch.
Yeah.
I want to know as little. I honestly, maybe I'll go in just watching this trailer only. It's only a year off. Like, I could just not watch no more trailers. Even
dude, let's do it.
If I do that, dude, like it's so much better when you go in without trailers. Yeah. You just don't know what to expect.
Rarely does it happen.
Like right now, we can still do it. We only know just the basics. A lot of stuff to speculate on.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Dude, I just can't wait.
A lot of DC stuff.
Gotta wrap this year up.
Yeah. What do you think you most excited for, Nick, out of everything we've talked about today?
Suicide Squad.
The movie or the game?
More the movie, just because it's coming sooner. Mm-hmm. But I'm really excited for the game.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna try not to think about it.
Yeah, I feel that. That's the best.
I'm excited for Wonder Woman and the Batman for sure.
Yeah. My main is definitely Batman and Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I'm gonna see Batman first. Like, I don't know, like when they're gonna come out. Like if it's gonna be before or after. But
bro, I'm seeing that thing day one.
Dude, yeah.
Day one. Bro.
Dude, we better get some exclusive shit. Imagine the pops too that come out. I haven't even thought about all the merch and shit that's gonna.
There's gonna be so much merch that drops for all these movies. Oh, dude. Robert Bat and Bat shirts. Remember I showed you that Bat and Bat logo?
If there's gonna be a trilogy, he could do something so much more like.
But he's gonna. I'm sure he has
like a Robin that could be in the second one.
Think about it. He
died and
he died. I don't know. Remember? Well, think about it, because he either wrote or did or produced or directed. He had his hand in all of the Planet of the Apes films. Mm-hmm. And from the start, all those are planned out to end with War of the Planet of the Apes. They all tell an overall story.
So he's like, he's kind of mastered the trilogy.
He has mastered this. He might already know what he's going to do in the third one.
Probably. Whoever is planning the like DC movie stuff now is like, I don't know if they changed.
Who knows? But hang on, this is the final question I want to ask you, talking about the Batman. So in Batman comics and in other movies, what we've seen, so we know Nolan, his movie, he wanted to have a universe that has no superpowers, so he just stuck with like basic villains and stuff like that. But the comics and the Arkham games, like there's a lot of supernatural elements that come into play. You know, we got like resurrections, we have like zombies, we got like big ass dude, you know, we got a ton of shit. This movie so far, it looks like it's pretty ground level, you know, very early stuff. Do you think it'll be straight that, like very detective-y, very grounded noir type stuff? Or do you think there'll be like unexpected turns, like I'm talking more mystical type characters, like might get like Killer Croc? Maybe not this one, but maybe eventually. Or do you think he wants to do a Nolan type thing?
I think the first one he should do it like make it like Nolan's, but like also a bit comic booky. And if you want to introduce like I think you just do the first one like straight up just like
maybe at the
detective-y. Yeah, near the end, then he'll introduce like some crazy shit. And then the second one he'll just start amping it up.
Yeah, because I love the look and feel of this, but I do want to say I don't want this trilogy to be this similar to Nolan's, in the sense that Nolan wanted a very grounded human Batman, like that works for his movies. But I love the way this looks, but I do want to see supernatural type things. Like what I mean by that is like in Batman, there's like a fucking flying man bat. There's a crocodile. There's so much shit.
Scarecrow.
Scarecrow, yeah.
It's like fear gas.
And yeah,
I think and they did that in Nolan's,
but it was I guess plausible.
Yeah.
Because he always saw was like, I guess, a ton of bats and shit. Like he just kind of made him hallucinate. And like you played Arkham Asylum, imagine getting shit like that. Like when he gets him with the fear gas and there's this like crazy shit going on.
Okay, I don't know if they're gonna have that crazy shit. Maybe
not in this movie, but I would love to see a game of a movie where, like, dude, they can literally like, you know, when you're playing the game in the spoilers of Arkham Asylum,
and you'll like open a door and then like you're just in a totally different place. And you're in
a different place. You turn back around and you're in a different place. And then you turn the corner, and then he's like a kid again, and he's seeing his parents down. Like he's seeing all these things happen in front of him. If you did that right in a movie, imagine like everything seems like right, because even the audience will think like, okay, like we're just following Batman. Yeah. And then they'll slowly like add little things, like camera's slightly tilted or like things are slightly off. And then you see something crazy happen, then you know like, oh, what the hell's going on? And then you realize he's been gassed and you didn't even notice it.
That'd be so cool. I hope he does something with that, because he has the potential to do it. It seems he already has a trilogy in mind. And it would just be so cool, because this is like basically year one Batman. So like anything that happens in this trilogy is going to be new to him and new to us.
Yeah. I really like how the Riddler seems like he's giving off Zodiac Killer vibes. I like that.
He has like a weird like voice like changer thing in the trailer.
I love it.
He's like, whoa.
I love his voice. It kind of goes with the music they have playing.
Yeah.
When the way he's talking, it kind of like it sounds like he's about to drop bars at one point. Yeah. He's like, do not lie, and he's just like, like he's
do
about
not
to
try.
Yeah.
Dropping some riddles on your bitch ass.
He's about to drop bars in the trailer. Yeah, dude. I really. I look. This looks great.
Dude.
I want to see this.
I cannot wait to see like, also like his growth through the movie. Because you know, like near the end, like he just beat some dude up like crazy. Yeah. I want to see him start learning like actually cool. Like we haven't really seen. I mean, obviously besides Affleck's, like a Batman, like cinema version where he actually had like some pretty good fighting.
Yeah.
I think Nolan's was like, it was all right.
I'd say it was lacking in detective stuff and probably hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
It was mostly story-driven.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but
it was more like philosophical and shit. That's why he probably didn't want any like crazy action or like superpowers, just because he didn't want
a fucking walking crocodile to
pull it away.
It'll like exactly.
Because it's like, what is good in the? Oh shit! There's a fucking crocodile.
Dude, imagine.
It's like, hey, bro.
The Batman we're getting, that what we've seen so far from Pattinson, imagine him, and then imagine we see some man bat, flying bat.
That would be pretty cool.
I could
because imagine just near the end of the movie, you just see like even like a post credit scene, you just see
even what I would love
something
to see,
crazy.
What they could do, because Man Bat the character is a doctor who's experimenting on bats to try and make a cure for I think deafness or blindness.
Oh yeah, something
he tests on himself, and that's how it happens. So what we could see is something similar that the Spider-Man movies kind of did, except it never amounted to anything. Remember the original trilogy of Tobey Maguire? We see Dr. Connors, who becomes the Lizard eventually, and he's kind of there, but he never amounts to anything. If we saw maybe in this movie, maybe Batman needs like talk to like a doctor or something, get an opinion, get some help, kind of question him. Maybe we can at least like see the name, and it'll be like a little Easter egg.
Yeah, dude, they could drop so many Easter eggs or references to like these things that already exist, and they don't have to do anything with them, but they could.
They could save it for
because the movie's only 25. Yeah, dude, there's so much potential. Dude.
So that's my looking at this. It looks great, but my only fear was I didn't want it to be completely grounded. I want to see maybe not in this one, like you said. I love the way this looks, but I would love to see maybe a post credit or like near the ending. Especially for the next one, I would love to see.
Yeah, it'd be really cool if like the sequel is just a totally different one. And then it's like, like 5 years after.
Like that's a good idea. Like he's more advanced, more stuff has happened. I'd love to see like
dude,
some more crazy.
If that happens, dude, and the story is still really good, I think we find it might get a movie that trumps The Dark Knight.
That is true.
Which honestly, I would love to see, just because like it's like Avatar. It's like, bro, we need something like better. Like we got to top it.
Amazing.
That'd be so cool. I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
That's all I can say. I said it like 5 times.
So yeah, I mean that's the whole fandom event.
That's the FanDome.
It was a lot. Thank you for everybody who's gone on this journey with us.
Yeah, I know.
Watching all these movies leading up to this. We have one more we'll probably do
DC stands
in a couple weeks from now, just because we've seen this movie already.
Oh yeah, Birds of Prey.
We have one more left, but that just came out this year, so give us some slack. We did all the other ones. This one just came out. We have a review on it already, actually. But we probably will. We'll probably will do a little.
Just make it like 15 minutes.
We'll revisit it because opinions change.
Like this shit good.
Yeah.
It's like it's still good. All right, thanks for watching.
Yeah, that's all we'll do. Pretty much, probably. But so yeah, the FanDome event for me, honestly, like 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
everything.
Bro.
Everything was great. Nothing really disappointed me. A couple things had me like be like, oh shit, that's different, but I'm open to see it.
It was good surprises.
Yeah,
dude.
All in all, great event. I'm very excited for upcoming movies.
Marvel's shaking.
Wait, did we talk about The Flash?
I mean, all that. Well, yeah, sure. Let's talk about it.
I'll briefly talk about it because
we just had some concept art. We know Andy Muschietti, who did the movies, is directing it.
The concept art's really cool though because we learned Barry's getting a new suit, which is made by Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I actually had that pulled up.
He said it's made by Bruce Wayne, and in the concept art we see the new suit. And we also see him fighting alongside Batman. But the Batman is actually Michael Keaton's Batman. The Batman from Batman 89, which we heard he was going to be in it. You can see the old yellow symbol in it. So that's not Ben Affleck's Batman. That's Michael Keaton's.
That's really cool.
Which is really good. Dude, I'm so excited for that movie. We're going to see some time travel, some different Earths.
What if he goes to like...
the Tim Burton universe, the Batman movies. Dude, I would love to see that movie again.
I'm thinking like since Michael Keaton's probably gonna be in it, he's probably gonna like jump forward to like it's Michael Keaton's Batman, but it's like 30 years after. Like he's retired now.
I think so too.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm guessing that. We're also seeing Ben Affleck in this, so I don't know how much he's gonna be in it. I'm so excited he's back though.
I want them to meet.
I think they will.
Like Keaton.
I think we're gonna see for the first time in a live action movie like the same character meeting from a different Earth.
The new suit is really cool though.
It does.
It's pretty much like
more comic accurate.
Yeah. It looks a bit like the one from the CW show, but more like spacey.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's less.
I like it more.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah. So I don't think we talked about that. So good thing we remember that real quick before we signed off.
But the casting, it's gonna give us some speculation stuff to do. Ezra Miller's coming back. I'm super excited.
Yeah. I'm so glad Ben Affleck's confirmed to coming back. Yeah. Bro.
Dude, because if people hype it up enough, then they're just gonna be like, yo, like.
Dude, they got to do him some justice. A couple people are thinking.
They better bring him back for his fucking movie. Man.
Dude, the only thing I want, if I could, I don't know, because I really want to see all these movies too. But, dude, the script that Ben Affleck was writing, that he planned to act in, direct, and he is writing the script for the Batman. I hope that at least leaks online someday, because I've heard that people that have read it have said it's the best Batman script they've ever read. They've said that he pretty much includes every villain from Batman's Rogues Gallery in some sort of way. It seems like he was very inspired from Arkham Asylum. It seems like it was going to take place primarily in Arkham, and it kind of enclosed and confined space, like a limited area. So that would make sense why he comes into contact with so many different villains, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That was the rumor on that. But now that's been canceled since then, and then Ben Affleck dropped out, but now he's back again.
Dude is saying that the script was gonna dig into like Bruce Wayne's like insanity, like his like.
Dude, we would have seen the
darker side of Batman.
Dude, we would have seen so much cool stuff, man. That if I could go to a different Earth where that came out, bro, a different universe, oh my god, I would do it. Like that's.
It would be cool if Reeves brings Affleck on as a writer at least, or like a producer, because then he could be like, yo, like.
I mean, we could still get both, because as we've seen, they're doing multiverse stuff. Like they literally confirmed. I hope it does. If the Flash movie does good. Will. And the people were so hype about Batman and how Ben Affleck portrays him again in this movie.
Imagine what it's going to be like the DC fan base at the end of next year.
Oh my god!
Everyone's just going to be asking for so much stuff.
It's going to be amazing.
They're going to give it to them.
That's true. Yeah. Oh, dude. So let's wrap it up with that. This has been a long episode. We talked about everything. I think we touched on it all.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming out. We're hyped for all of it.
Next year is going to be very exciting. We might get a couple trailers maybe by like December, November.
Hopefully. We'll talk about any trailers that come out. This was a long episode. This was a lot to talk about. A lot of speculation, a lot of fun, a lot of just excitement in general.
I'm trying to think of what the fucking thumbnail's going to be. That's what I always stress about.
You can throw a lot of shit on it, dude. Put the Robert Bat symbol.
Just him like fucking punching something.
You could, yeah. I'll show you I'll send you that symbol again that I found where someone made an edit where it says Rob Bat and Bat. You can put that in the corner somewhere.
All right, let's go.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you everybody that's still here that's listened to all of this. If you're new, please subscribe or follow. Share with your friends. Go do us a favor. Text one of your friends and say, hey.
Text your local senator.
Text your senator. Text somebody. Be anybody. Your grandma, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, your little brother, anybody.
Your ex.
Yeah, your ex. Get back in touch with them. And say, hey, that Tinder match you're too scared to text. Text them and say, hey, you're looking out of this world. You know what else is out of this world? Cosmic Kickback. Drop the link, share it with them. Share the love, spread the love. Because that's all we're about here at Cosmic Kickback. Love.
It's love.
Yeah.
Love.
Make sure to follow us everywhere at Cosmic Kickback. We'll see you guys in the next episode coming soon. Who knows what that'll be.
Comment anything.
Comment
what you think about, like, what was your favorite part of it.
Give us some engagement.
Any plot, like.
You have any questions about what you've seen, any theories or anything, leave a comment. And we'll answer them in the next episode.
We love comments.
Yeah. So yeah, make sure to do all that. We'll talk to you guys, or you'll listen to us on the next episode.